Hey there, history fans! Today we're traveling back in time to ancient Egypt. It's a land of scorching deserts, a mighty river, and some of the most impressive monuments ever built. Think pyramids, mummies, and mysterious hieroglyphics. For over 3,000 years, ancient Egypt thrived. It left behind a legacy of art, architecture, and stories that continue to fascinate us today. Imagine a world without cars, smartphones, or even electricity. That was life in ancient Egypt, but don't mistake their world for a boring one. They had a complex society with its own rules, beliefs, and innovations. From their intricate writing system to their advanced knowledge of mathematics and astronomy, the ancient Egyptians were way ahead of their time. They made crucial discoveries in medicine, engineering, and agriculture. One of the most intriguing things about ancient Egypt is its connection to the Nile River. This mighty river was their lifeline, providing water for their crops and transportation across the land. Every year the Nile would flood, leaving behind fertile soil that allowed the Egyptians to grow an abundance of food. This annual flood cycle was so crucial to their survival that they even based their calendar around it. So buckle up as we embark on a journey to uncover the mysteries of ancient Egypt. We'll delve into their world, explore their monumental architecture, and meet the pharaohs who ruled this extraordinary civilization. Get ready to be amazed. Before Egypt became the mighty civilization we know, it was divided. That's right, two kingdoms, Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt, existed separately. But around 3100 BC, a powerful king named Menes emerged from the south. He conquered Lower Egypt, unified the two lands, and became the first pharaoh of a united Egypt. This unification marked the beginning of the early dynastic period, a time of great progress and development. Now let's talk about some famous pharaohs. You've probably heard of Tutankhamun, the Boy King. His tomb, discovered in 1922, was packed with treasures, giving us a glimpse into the wealth and splendor of the pharaohs. Then there's Ramses II, often considered the greatest pharaoh of them all. He ruled for over 60 years, built monumental temples, and expanded Egypt's borders through military campaigns. And of course, who can forget Cleopatra? She was the last active pharaoh of ancient Egypt. But pharaohs weren't just powerful rulers, they were considered divine beings, almost like gods on earth. They were the link between the people and the gods, responsible for maintaining order and justice in the land. The pharaohs had absolute power and controlled everything from the army and the government to religious practices and the economy. Speaking of the economy, ancient Egypt thrived on agriculture. The Nile River, as we mentioned earlier, played a vital role in their success. The fertile land along the riverbank allowed them to grow crops like wheat, barley, and flax. They also raised livestock, including cattle, sheep, and goats. This abundance of food not only sustained their population, but also allowed them to trade with other civilizations. Let's talk about the most iconic symbols of ancient Egypt, the pyramids. These massive structures, built as tombs for the pharaohs, are a testament to their power, wealth, and architectural genius. Imagine thousands of workers laboring for years, using simple tools like copper chisels and wooden rollers to move and lift huge blocks of stone. The most famous pyramid, the Great Pyramid of Giza, was built for the pharaoh Khufu. It's the oldest and largest of the three pyramids at Giza, and a remarkable feat of engineering. But the pyramids weren't the only impressive structures the ancient Egyptians built. They also constructed magnificent temples dedicated to their gods. These temples were often decorated with intricate carvings, colorful paintings, and towering statues. One of the most famous temples is the Karnak Temple complex in Luxor. It's a vast complex of temples, chapels, and pylons, built and expanded over centuries by different pharaohs. The construction of pyramids and temples wasn't just about showcasing the pharaoh's power, it was also about their beliefs in the afterlife. The ancient Egyptians believed that when a pharaoh died, their spirit would journey to the afterlife, where they would live for eternity. The pyramids were designed to protect the pharaoh's body and all the belongings they would need in the afterlife. Inside the pyramids, you'd find elaborate burial chambers filled with treasures, furniture, food, and even games. The walls were often decorated with scenes from the pharaoh's life and the journey to the afterlife. The ancient Egyptians mummified their dead to preserve their bodies for the afterlife. They believed that the spirit needed a physical body to return to, so they developed elaborate mummification rituals to prevent the body from decaying. Life in ancient Egypt wasn't all about pharaohs and pyramids, though. Ordinary people lived, worked, and raised families just like we do today. They farmed the land, worked as artisans, scribes, or merchants, and celebrated their gods and goddesses. They had families, enjoyed music and dance, played board games, and even brewed their own beer. Religion played a central role in their lives. The ancient Egyptians were polytheistic, meaning they believed in many gods and goddesses. Each god and goddess had their own personality and responsibilities. They believed that these deities influenced every aspect of their lives, from the weather to their health and happiness. They worshipped their gods in temples and through rituals and offerings. The afterlife was a big deal for the ancient Egyptians. They believed that death was not the end, but a transition to another world. They believed in a place called the Field of Reeds, a paradise where they would live eternally if they lived a good life. This belief heavily influenced their burial practices, art, and even their daily lives. The legacy of ancient Egypt continues to inspire and intrigue us today. Their contributions to art, architecture, medicine, and mathematics have left an indelible mark on human history. Their monumental structures, intricate artwork, and fascinating beliefs offer a glimpse into a civilization that thrived thousands of years ago, reminding us of the power of human ingenuity and the enduring allure of the past. So, the next time you see a picture of a pyramid, or hear about a pharaoh, remember that you're connecting with a civilization that shaped the course of history. Ancient Egypt might be long gone, but its legacy lives on.